Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing this beautiful glittery halo eye. I'm starting off by priming my eyelids with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. You guys know I always use this thing for priming because it's the bomb. So yeah, and then I'm going in with the Tati Beauty palette, which I've been just like obsessed with, low-key, you know. And I'm starting off with the color Soothe in the matte row. I'm just placing this as my transition shade, so I'm pretty much kind of bringing it up all the way to the brow bone. I'm not really being neat with the shade. Whenever you're gonna be starting off a look and you're gonna be using a transition shade, you kind of want to start off with the lightest and just make sure you bring it higher than the other ones, just so that it kind of blends into that color. And I definitely took my time to kind of build this shade up. I wanted it to be noticeable underneath all the other colors, so I'm just taking my time to blend it in there, doing circular motions, you know, side to side, you know, the use. And then I went in with Poet in the matte row as well. I took this one with a different brush, so it would be a little bit more precise, and I was kind of packing this color on a little bit more, but still I took my time, and little by little I took eyeshadow. I didn't take like tons of the eyeshadow all at once because I definitely wanted to build it up. I wanted to see, kind of have control over how pigmented it was going to be on the lids, just because I was going kind of like with the flow with this this eyeshadow look. So I was just building it on, blending, building it on, and blending. Whenever you're doing kind of like more purpley kind of eyeshadow looks, you definitely want to take your time to just blend the colors into the transition shade. So that's definitely what I did with this eye look. I just took my time to blend everything out. And you guys can see I actually built it up this color on the outer V and the inner corner because I was creating a halo eye, and I'm keeping the center bare, but I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be placing something on the center there, so you don't have to keep it completely clean. Like, just as long as you have kind of like the outline of the halo eye, you'll be good. Here, once I had blended the purpley shade, you guys saw that I took a lot of shadow. I even kind of like patted off the excess, but you definitely want to blend out first and then pack on if you want more pigmentation of the shade. So that's what I did here, because I didn't have it as pigmented as I wanted, so I just kind of went in and packed it on where I wanted. Then I took this shade, it's the Aura Sequin shade. I hadn't really played around with this formula. I wanted to try it out today because it's a very interesting and beautiful formula. It's like a matte shade with glitter particles in it. Like you guys can see here, it just looks beautiful, and when the light hits it, it just looks so beautiful. The only thing I did notice with this is when I went in to blend it out, most of the glitter particles just kind of went flying everywhere. So if you are going to kind of do this eye look and you're just going to apply the sequin shade on the center, I definitely would recommend using like a glitter primer or something so that the glitter can really stick on there. Because here you guys can see, once I took Poet again to kind of blend the edges out, I didn't have that glittery effect as much, and the brush definitely picked some of them up. So yeah, that's just kind of like my recommendation, but it looked pretty regardless. Then I took Aura and I took the big fluffy brush, and I'm just blending the edges. I always do this whenever I'm doing kind of like a smoky eye or something more, you know, dramatic. You always want to go in and blend kind of like the brow bone and the edges so that it looks as seamless as possible. I took Memory and Poet, just a tiny bit of the two, and because I wanted to darken it up a little bit but still in that same family, so I didn't want to go straight in with black, so I just kind of mixed the two shades together and began to darken it up a little bit more on the outer V and the inner corner. I did switch out my brush just because I wanted it to be more precise, so it looked neater and not too messy. So here's how it should be looking. I decided to go in with glitter because that sequin shade wasn't giving it all to me. So I took the Soothe glitter shadow. I took that with my finger. I didn't place any glitter primer or anything like that, and it worked fine. However, I do always recommend, if you are going to be using glitter, maybe you want to use a glitter primer just so that it doesn't go everywhere. You guys can see here that I have quite a bit of fallout. I didn't really mind because I was gonna do my face after anyways. But yeah, if you are gonna be doing this, you know, just use a primer. It'll save you some time to clean up all the glitter, but regardless, it works really well. So I kind of took a little bit of this brush with Poet, and then I went in and blended the edges, or kind of build up the color here wherever I wanted a little bit more of that purpley close to the glitter. So just like that. Then, as always, I took my other fluffy brush just to blend everything out. You know how it is. And then I took a tiny little bit of black, literally the tiniest amount, because I wanted to darken it up even more. But this black, oh my god, guys, like, you need the tiniest amount. Okay, so I took that on this little brush and I just kind of place that really on the outer part and on the inner corner, and I just blended that out. And then I took the other fluffy brush to blend it even further. And yeah, I was pretty happy with how it looked because I had kind of like enough depth, you know, enough blending, everything, blah blah blah. So here's how it should be looking so far. I did wanted to pop something on the lower lash line, so I went in with Soothe first with a tiny brush. And I'm just blending that on the lower lash line. Kind of pretty much the same thing that I did on the top, I'm doing at the bottom. I'm just kind of making sure to connect the two with the top lid on the bottom lash line as well. Then I took Poet, same thing. I'm just gonna be blending that a little bit further down. So the Soothe color, you guys can see I kept it not too low, but you know. And then the Poet color, I am gonna be bringing down a little bit more. And then last, I wanted to take a tiny bit of Memory, which is that black shade, and I'm just using this mainly to kind of define the lashes. So I'm keeping this really close to the lashes, and I applied the tiniest amount on the brush, just so that it wouldn't be too smoky down there, because you know it's pretty glittery at the top. So yeah. So this is how it should be looking. Pretty much this is the eye look. Just apply some mascara, some lashes if you guys want, but that's pretty much it for the look. Oh, actually, I lied. I took a little bit of Poet in the metallic shade because I wanted to pop something on the inner corner, but I was like, I don't know. I still wanted to be kind of like in that pinky family, but I felt like it was too dark. So I took a little bit of Aura Metallic and I popped that right on top, just like that. And then I kind of brought it up a little bit. I feel like this just kind of worked perfectly fine. It kind of went with the whole family and put some gloss, you know. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. Give it a like if you liked it and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.